guys. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. What was the date on this wonderful day? Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020, the year of COVID, 6:20 a.m. Central Time. I'm JD, the mobile trader. This is the Mobile Trader Network. Let's get into it, man. All right. Here's the bull case for Tesla for me. I'm a Tesla bull. I'm bullish, been bullish since since day one. I say day one, since it was in the 200s, 300s, that kind of thing. So, um, first off, this is not financial advice. Dude, this is not a buy, sell, or hold recommendation, but full disclosure, I'm in shares around the 419 mark. I'm holding long term hold, but also the bull case today uh, for an options play. And I just want to talk about a few things. So, first, let's pull up. We have the Tesla weekly chart up right now. Bullish chart had some consolidation on the week, had a nice breakout, and then a breakout of the 508 area was my first area of resistance once I wanted to see it break out of that semi channel on the week. Let's go to the daily chart and get a little bit more granular. And I hope I'm sharing this screen, man. How are y'all doing today? What's on the map for you? Okay, look, first off, yeah, I know uh, hey, why are you getting Tesla? You can do this. You can get. I mean, look, I like Tesla. I like the technology. Well, it's overvalued. This is that. Uh, they're a car company. Call them whatever you want to call them. But the dude who is the brains behind it. This guy can put he's put he's put SpaceX or what is the Dragon. They've docked with the ISS but 5 or 6 times. Their solid rocket boosters can land in the ocean and they can reuse them. Oh well, that's not Tesla. That's SpaceX. Doesn't matter. I like the person who's running Tesla. I like the technology. Um, I believe we're going to get a bull case, a bull push. And if you say it's priced into it, it's priced into it. There's risk involved with every trade. Um, but I see this bull case. Also, the S&P 500 in, inclusion occurs on December 21st, and that's a catalyst in my eyes. Um, Not to say that it's going to be a huge catalyst, or it could or could not be, but we're coming closer to the end of the year. I'm looking at funds buying, reallocation of funds within the major, just the yeah BlackRock that's in this company. Let's just take a look at the holders right now. Institutional investing, institutional participation is huge, and well, it's not as huge as in some of the smaller players, but we're looking at 42% of the shares held by institutions. So they're putting their clients' money with risk on regarding Tesla. Now, what I do like, I like to see BlackRock on there. I like State Street. Of course, I love seeing Goldman's and J.P. Morgan. That's let me know the big players are in there. I was missing ARK Invest. ARK Invest had been in this position. I think at one point they were holding 10% allocation in their fund. So that's Kathy Wood. Shout out to Kathy Wood. Wonderful, just a great leader. We're looking at the mutual fund holders. Okay, I'm not really a fundamental guy, but I do like to follow the money. Um, so when I go to, I also like to look at Investors Business Daily. And when I look at IBD, and we're looking at pre-market, Tesla's up 4% in the pre-market, which is outstanding. There's going to be a pullback. Of course, there's always a pullback, ebbs and flows, but let's go down a little bit lower. Within this group, now it's listed as an auto manufacturer on IBD. But if you go to Robinhood, which hey, shout out to Robinhood. I don't trade options on Robinhood, but it's a good uh, starter brokerage account for just people on the move, on the phone, things like that. But they list, I believe, Tesla, either that or in Cash App. Tesla is listed as an energy company. However, we want to list them, there's a level of inefficient markets and some arbitrage regarding how it's viewed by the masses. So over the next year or two, I think that there's going to be an evolution of how Tesla's classified. So S&P, I don't even know what the S&P is going to list it as. I'm thinking it's going to They're going to have them probably in the automotive industry. Yeah. So we'll see how that is, how that goes. But nonetheless, the accumulation distribution um, tab for me or rating is a B plus right now for Tesla. I expect that to increase for Investors Business Daily. Shout out to Bill O'Neill and then what is it, Arusha Paris and those guys over there. And let's see, in the composite rating, I know everybody now. One thing that's positive. So the President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris are the transition is beginning. So the markets are popping a little bit right now. The futures are up. So the EV sector, energy sector, solar power, cannabis sectors are going to see somewhat of a tailwind. I don't know how long it's going to last, but if you don't want a pure play on Tesla, if it's a little too pricey, you have other options. We have Lee, we have Neo. Be 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 careful with Solo. I like Solo, but Andrew Left put a short hit out on him. So this sector is being vetted right now to where you just try to find any holes in it, and if you can't hold up to the white light, you're going to will get exposed. So kind of move with caution. So these are other options from the EV sector, but I'm focusing in on Tesla, and for the reasons that I feel that Tesla can provide is the risk reward is there. That it's a high risk position from the standpoint if you don't have your time horizon in place, investment time horizon. I'm looking at a 5 year window with the shares that I own, 5 year minimum, and with the options, I'm going to try to go out. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit pricier, but that's where that's how I play with that. Another opportunity is the charging stations, SBE, ticker SBE, and you have Blink, BLNK. Those are two, and I'm sure you guys have some others. So drop them in the chat, the in the comments, whatever. But don't try to check me on it. Just come with some positive, like, hey, take a look at this, or don't put the why did you do it? I'm in it. We're here to go. So accumulation distribution. A lot of people jumped into solo. Green power is another possibility for you. So you vet these guys if you don't want to do a pure play on Tesla, but there's a lot of money going into these particular EV tickers right now. So let's get back to Tesla. Like I said, the institutional holders, quite a few. We got BlackRock, we have State Street, and the accumulation distribution is strong, and I think it's going to increase. There's a lot of think. There's only probabilities. There's no guarantees. There's no definites when we're looking at the chart or in the market. But bullish run on the day, and what I feel right here. Now this is the here's the negative, or I say the cautionary tale. We had a gap up on November 17th. The gap that needs to be filled is 412.45. Not a guarantee that it's going to be filled right away. It's not a mandatory thing that's going to be filled, but over time, all gaps must be filled. That's the wives' tale. So, but I'm looking for a push. We could get a run up and a pullback and a retest. So that is your caution. That be prepared. We're a little bit overbought on the daily, but runners and high flyers can remain in overbought status for several days into several weeks. The last time it was overbought, most recently, 17 through the 15, 16 days, so give or take. So it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. When it's overbought, you just prepare for a potential for a pullback or a slowdown. But I'm going to catch the momentum runner. I'm looking for that. But the option that I'm looking for, let's go to the, as a matter of fact, I don't think I'm sharing it. Do it right. There we go. Go back to the chart. All right, down here at the RSI, the relative strength index. Let's make this a little bit bigger. When it gets above 70, it's overbought. When it gets below 30, when it falls below 30, it's oversold. Right now, we're a little bit overbought, but you can remain in the overbought status for an extended period of time. So don't immediately go in and short a runner because you get caught. Now, down here is where the gap that I mentioned that the possible we have to pay attention to for a gap fill, and that could be filled in a pre-market wick down or just a light correction or more than a light correction, but a retest of this area into structure and just to see if it goes back into the trading range. But we've broken out of this trading range. I measured my move. I'm looking for a 2-to-1 move. That $600 handle uh, is reachable. It's a very reachable. It's a very reachable figure. I don't know when, but I want to buy time. So let's go over to the options chain. Put the call ratio. It is a bullish layout right now, and let's see at the higher deltas. It's bullish all the way through. So the sentiment is bullish. Again, this is not a guarantee. This is not a definite, but the probabilities are, I'm looking at the probabilities from that side of it. I like the January 15th, 2021 gives me 50 days. Will be a little bit pricey if you're just coming out of stepping into the market for the first time. So, well, that's Boeing. This that's still on my list too. Okay, let's go back to the put call ratio. It's a lot of action here. 799 to 400,000 all the way through. On the lower deltas, you might have it's a little bit bearish. But all the way through, pretty much we're looking at a bullish sentiment, a lot of activity. Options change. These are expiration dates right here. I'm going for the January 15th, 2021. Remember, the 21st, not the 24th, but the 21st of December, we're looking at the inclusion into the S&P. And what date is the 21st fall on? That must be a Monday, probably. Let's see here. Yeah, December 21st is a Monday. So that'll be an active week. So heading into that 21st, that Friday might be something to where someone buys those calls on a Friday. And it's a lot of action over there. 600, see what the, yeah, 600 calls. Now this isn't the one I'm recommending, guys, but I figured that there was going to be a lot of action on that 600 call on the Friday before because you're buying the rumors, sell the news type of situation. So I'm looking at January 15th. I'm looking out of the money. I really don't go super far out of the money, but Tesla is such a mover. If the thesis plays out, it pulls all of the pretty much all the deltas up that options change. Shout out to Keisha in our group. The Minions play is one of her patented trades on Tesla. But I'm looking at the January 15th 600, and we're looking at $3,400 right there for one contract. IV 67, 11,000 open interest, 40 delta. I'm comfortable with that because the open interest I've seen, I'm good with open interest. I'm good with the 600. I'm good with my days to expiration. You have to weigh your businessman's risk and balance that out with time to see what you're willing to put at risk to see if this plays out. I'll make my decision today what my risk reward will be. So I might, you want to go 2% of your account balance at the most, but I'll see where I stand with that later today. There's another opportunity, possibly a short-term trade on Tesla. It's moving today. There's probably going to be a little bit of a pullback if you try to do a quick scalp or in and out, a Bobby Brown in and out. The 545 spread is tight. All these spreads are solid. All the deltas are big, so we're going to open around 540, and you'll still be one click out of the money. The 550, November 27th, 550, but you need to make that a day trade because we have a short week, Thanksgiving week, then a half a day on Friday. So if you hop into this at the $5 handle and you buy that option, pops up, let's say you get it, boom, you buy it for $5 and you say, I'll risk $200. You have to immediately set your stop. I'm doing it this way to where I won't have to go out of it. Let's see, it's locking up on me. But you'll set your stop order. You bought it at five, you would set it at $3 to take you out and just let you risk that $200 out of the 500 if that's what you're willing to do, or you risk 50. But Tesla moves so fast and so wide, the stop outs of the really tight stops kind of get hit kind of quickly. And so you'll have your stop, let's say at 45. The corresponding price level is 544.13. So you're almost stopped out within the spread right there. So if I go down to $3 and go down to 539, and I'm still within that range of being stopped out on just a real, or just even a wick down. So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you that layout on Tesla. That's my bull case. I do like Boeing as well. Um, I'm going to keep you very long this morning. Boeing's coming off of a it has been a hellacious run for Boeing. Just tragic tragic events led to the initial uh, dip and drop off, and then Rona just powered it down. So what I'm looking at, guys, um, for me today, the entry again, my trigger was above 214.50, 214.75. Those were levels of entries for me, and we're pre-market at 217. So it's triggered the high right here, 223.03 or 02. There's some room to test this and to see if we can get a little quick move. So I was looking at the December 4th. Let me put it up on here. All right. I love the put to call ratio, and people are bullish on Boeing right now. Now, the only issue is pending lockdowns, pending shutdowns, coronavirus pickup. So we're not looking at a long, you know, drawn out play. So I would look at the December 4th. Like I said, I don't want to do, Theta will get me on the November 27th. I don't want to risk that. But December 4th, call option of the call, let's see, it was the 215, 59 Delta, and that 220 is going to be one that to keep an eye on as well too. So the 215 or the 220 are two good ones for Boeing. But you set your risk. Remember, there's risk inherent with all these. Options can expire worthless, but you can establish the amount that you are willing to risk in the trade. So that's going to be it for the morning. I hope all is well. Let's get out of here with that. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing before I roll out. Up over 19K, guys. Up over 19K. Overbought, but the FOMO is going. If you start hearing people at the nail salon tell you to buy Bitcoin, you might want to take a little bit off the table. So y'all be careful, take care, and thanks for listening.